Have you ever heard of Manilla? Even if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you've seen it before. First, let me explain. Manilla is a subgenre of horror fiction. In most cases, it's a video, but I found a lot of Manilla games as well. Usually, it has low graphics, visual styles like old television, and often comes in form of VHS tapes and found footage. As example, Backrooms, Mandela Catalogue, the Bald One Phenomenon, and The Man in the Suit. These are all Manilla and I'm sure you've seen one of them before. Now, what makes them good and what are themes that do well? First of all, I think it's nostalgia and familiarity. Like I said earlier, these types of videos often use styles like VHS tapes, virtual broadcasts, and a noise filter, or analog glitches, which reminds people of the past and often at first makes someone feel surreal and maybe even comfortable, which is kind of preparing someone for the story that is about to come. Secondly, the feeling that the horror video gives off. Obviously it's scary, but what I mean is that in many videos, a normal day-to-day human will be completely powerlessness. And obviously knowing that no matter what you do or what decisions you make, don't matter because you're screwed anyway. It's pretty scary and intimidating. An example I can think of right now is the Mandela Catalogue and the Boiled One. In Mandela Catalogue, there's alternates that try to take over the form over people you know, and there's nothing you can do.
If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
In the Bald One phenomenon, you get cursed by watching a TV program being hijacked by the Boiled One. And now you're paralyzed and you're just screaming of thousands, and again, it wasn't your fault and there's just nothing you can do. Number 3. The sound design. The audio on the is often distorted, repetitive, low quality, and crispy. On top of that, there's often unsettling silence disrupted by sudden noises. Sometimes I also see people putting white noise or pink noise, any type of colored noise, which adds to anxiety and uneasy feeling. So remember, if you're planning on making Manilla, abandon your expensive streaming microphone and use your webcam. By the way, if you're still watching, I assume you like this video, so consider liking and maybe even subscribing. Number 4. Good storytelling. Personally, what I like in horror stories is they start pretty innocently and then turn into something messed up. It also shouldn't be too repetitive. I'm not gonna name what series I mean, but I think you guys might know if you watched Manilla before. The video started, and almost every time it had the same format, which was similar to VHS or lost footages. Then someone died, and they all died different ways, and it was described how they died, but that's it. And honestly, it just gets boring after a while because it's always the same. Anyways, number 5. Daily routines that turn creepy. Often Manilla starts with a normal setting, but later on something in someone's daily routine happens that twists up the story. As example, The Man in the Suit is about an actor playing the role of Godzilla, in which he has to wear a suit. Long story short, he grew into the suit and now the suit is now his skin. This effect is pretty unsettling because we all have a routine, and the thought of something going wrong like this is pretty scary. It is also similar to the second number where I talked about that no matter what you do, it can happen anytime, to anyone. Now lastly, an element that fits really well into Manilla are existential crises. In a lot of the horror series, there's something abnormal happening which indicates that there is more than humans and something that is stronger than humans. This often creates a feeling that humans are weak and insignificant, like small ants are to us. So yeah, that's it so far, and I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, I'm debuting this new model on Saturday at 7 PM Central European Time Zone, so maybe consider joining. If you want to be notified for it, you can join my Discord and select the notification role because I always tag it when I start streaming when there's a new video up. But for now, bye! Familiarity. What? Familiarity. What? Man, come on! Familiarity. Oh my god.